All right. Well, we now have specifications, details, weight, sizes on Toyota's new electric car, which will be manufactured by BYD. It is very, very similar in size to a Tesla Model 3, but my friends, it is monstrously heavy. Something is up here. Something very, very strange is going on. Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. As many of you know, Toyota has released the BZ4X thingy car that they're planning on selling globally by the end of this year. Now, I haven't seen anyone actually buy one yet because I don't believe they've delivered any of those yet. That's the 4X. This new Corolla BYD Toyota electric vehicle will be very, very similar in size to a Tesla Model 3. It'll be manufactured by BYD in China. Now, for those of you wondering, BZ4X is not made by BYD. It's actually manufactured by GAC in China. And that was a vehicle that was jointly developed by Toyota and Subaru, which is why both cars look almost identical. So what do we know about this new Toyota BZ5X? Well, according to Chinese media, this new Toyota will be called the BZ5 and its dimensions are 4.69 meters, 4,690 millimeters, or 184.7 inches long. However, that will be the SUV version. The sedan version, which you're seeing in these images, is actually longer. It's 4.73 meters long, which is 186.2 inches, which makes it a little bit longer. And the wheelbases are very similar. 2.86 meter wheelbase for the SUV and 2.88 meters for this new Toyota electric car. Now, to be fair, I don't really think it's a Toyota. I think it's a BYD with Toyota badges on it. So I feel a bit weird calling it a new Toyota Corolla electric car. Apparently that's what it's going to be called. But let's just face facts. BYD manufactured this car. Now, the SUV, the BZ4X, is a bit wider than this Toyota Corolla. Give you an idea of the sizes. 1.86 meters for the BZ4X versus 1.84 meters for this Corolla electric car. Top speed, 150 kilometers an hour or 93.2 miles an hour. And yes, it will use BYD's Blade battery. So it's going to be using lithium iron phosphate batteries. And apparently it's actually the heaviest vehicle in its class anywhere in the world. In fact, it's even heavier than BMW's monstrously heavy 3 Series re-engineered internal combustion engine vehicle that they've turned into a battery electric vehicle in China. That thing is extremely heavy. However, this is even heavier. It's 2,215 kilograms or 4,883 pounds, meaning it's more than 450 kilos heavier than a Tesla Model 3. I don't know if these numbers are right, but they've come out from a few different websites, and if they are true, something strange is going on here. Now, it's believed that this new BZ5 electric sedan will arrive in less than 1 year to the market in its final production form. Prototypes have already been photographed in the wild, and this car has actually been spied on a number of different streets driving around in China. Now, the story of this collaboration between BYD and Toyota is interesting. It started in 2020 when both companies created a joint venture called BYD Toyota EV Technology. Each of them hold 50% of the shares with a capital of 345 million RMB or 51.5 million US dollars. Now, this new BZ5 is clearly part of Toyota's BZ electric car series. And as you can see from these spy shots, it's got a big portrait central console screen, an interesting looking instrument panel, 3-spoke steering wheel, and the central tunnel of the BZ5 has a rotary gear shifter and a spacious compartment under it. Now, it's going to be a pretty decent sized car, as I've just told you from the specification of this vehicle. Very, very similar in size to a Model 3, maybe slightly a little bit bigger. Now, these images are actual patent images. So yes, the car will actually look like this in its real form. And I've got to say, I think it's quite a good looking car. The shape looks very, very similar to the concept. And from the back of the BZ5, you can see there's a continuous taillight unit, ducktail spoiler, and a high looking rear end. Now, I suspect that the car we see in the flesh will look very similar to this. Otherwise, the company wouldn't have patented these images. it would have painted different images or waited until it actually had a final production form. So it's very likely that it will look exactly like this when it comes to the flesh. And frankly, it's a pretty good marketing exercise, not only for Toyota, but also for BYD. A lot of people just don't know who BYD are right now, even though, as you guys know, I've made, 50 plus videos about the company. The truth is, the average punter, the average consumer, the average person in the West has never heard of BYD. However, once people start realizing that the Toyota they bought is actually a BYD, well, maybe next time they buy a car, they'll say, why am I buying a Toyota when I can just buy straight from the source? Doesn't make sense. Now, I suspect this exercise is kind of perceived that way from BYD. I mean, what do they have to gain from this? I don't think they have anything to gain from Toyota except for branding, and in particular, the Asian market where branding is a pretty big thing. Obviously, consumers outside of China, most of them wouldn't have heard of BYD. But once they start to work out and realize and understand that their Toyota is actually a BYD, well, I don't see any reason for them to continue to buy a Toyota. That's just me though. And as you guys know, I have ordered a BYD. It's meant to arrive next month. When it arrives, I'll be the first to show you all about it, what my thoughts are, if it's any good. I mean, I'm pretty excited, to be honest, as you can see. And let me know what your thoughts are. What are you thinking of buying as your next electric car? Would you buy a BYD electric car? Would you not buy one? Kia, Hyundai, Tesla, Toyota, if it's even possible to get one. And another dark horse on the market here in Australia and in many countries soon will be MG's range of electric cars. Plus, we've got Aura electric cars. We've got, who else? Great Wall Motor bringing in an electric pickup truck. Plus, of course, we've got Polestar and Volvo bringing in new EVs. You know, within the next couple of years, there's going to be so many choices. And it's very, very exciting to see right now. In fact, you know what? Right now, it's a pretty amazing time to be alive. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.